Hello everyone. If you are someone who doesn't know how to play Chinese chess and want to learn about how to play, the rules, then watch this video. First, about the board and the pieces. Since it is a game that simulates war, it includes two sets of pieces with two clearly divided areas. The border area in the middle is called the river. Unlike chess, in Chinese chess, the pieces are placed at the intersections of the horizontal and vertical lines. Each side, from the starting position, has 5 pawns standing at the intersections. Next are 2 cannons. In the bottom row, in order, is chariot, horse, elephant, advisor, and general. The palace area is conventionally the main intersection, right in the center of each side. The general and advisors are not allowed to leave this area. The pawn can only move forward, not backward. Once it has crossed the river, it can move sideways, but only 1 square at a time. The cannon can move horizontally or vertically. To capture a piece, there must be another piece in between. For example, the red cannon can move up, or the black cannon can also move horizontally. However, capturing a piece must be done through an intervening piece. For example, the red can only use this cannon to capture the opponent's knight, meaning it uses the enemy's second-rank cannon as the intervening piece. The chariot can move horizontally or vertically like the cannon. The difference is that it can capture any piece it reaches. This is also considered the strongest piece in Chinese chess. The knight moves in an L shape, but if there is another piece directly in front of its path, it is considered blocked and cannot move in that direction. For example, the knight from its initial position can only jump forward, move to the inner path, or go to the edge. If the knight tries to jump to the 6th path, from the 8th it is considered blocked. The elephant must move diagonally, exactly 2 spaces at a time, and cannot cross the river. This means the red elephant can only move to the intersections shown in the diagram. If there is another piece in between, it is considered blocked and cannot move. For example, the red elephant here can only move to this position, or to the other side, but cannot move to this spot. The advisor also moves diagonally like the elephant, but the difference is it can only move 1 intersection at a time and is restricted to the palace area. For example, the red advisor can only advance to this corner or move to the other side. Moving outside this area is not allowed. As for the general can move horizontally and vertically, 1 square at a time, and only within the palace. For example, the red general moves to this position, and the black does the same. The red general moves across, and the black can also move. And wherever the pieces can move, they can capture the opponent's pieces there. Except for the cannon needs a piece in between, meaning any other piece to capture. Secondly, an overview of the rules and gameplay. The objective of the game is to capture the opponent's general. When a side's general is captured, or that side has no lethal moves left, they lose. Each time 1 or more pieces are used to threaten the opponent's general, it is called a check. For example, if the red cannon is moved to this position, it can immediately threaten the general in the next move. Therefore, this is called a check move. The term checkmate occurs when the general is put in a position where it is in check and cannot move to a safe position, nor can any allied pieces provide protection. In this case, the side delivering the checkmate wins the game. For example, the red side is using the cannon to deliver a checkmate. The black side obviously cannot defend and must concede defeat. You are not allowed to check continuously too many times with 1 or more pieces without changing the board position. For example, here, the red chariot checks the general moves away, then checks again, the general returns, and checks again. This means the red side is violating the rules. The term capturing a piece. When a piece moves to a position occupied by an opponent's piece, the opponent's piece, is captured and removed from the board. For example, the red knight can capture the black cannon. This knight captures the cannon, and conversely, the black chariot can also capture the red knight. The chariot captures it. The term facing generals. A chess game does not allow the situation where the two generals are on the same straight line, facing each other, without being separated by another piece. In this chess position, whichever side's turn it is to move, the other side must lose. What is a move? Third, how to read the move notation on a Chinese chessboard. Each side is numbered vertically, from 1 to 9, from right to left. The term bin is used to indicate a horizontal move. For example, it applies to pieces that can move horizontally like the general, cannon, or chariot, or a pawn that has crossed the river. Suppose the red side uses the cannon to move horizontally, it is called bin. The term tn is used to indicate pieces moving forward into the opponent's territory. Examples include the chariot, cannon, horse, general, advisor, elephant, and pawn. Suppose at this point, the black side uses a soldier to move forward. It is called a tn move. Retreat is the opposite of advance, except for pawns which cannot retreat. For example, the red cannon retreats. Fourth, some common checkmate techniques. For instance, the red side moves the cannon to the bottom line of the black side. This is a checkmate technique. The second example involves the chariot and the central cannon. When the cannon is in the center, it is often called the central cannon. At this point, the red side just needs to advance the chariot to deliver a checkmate. The next example is the overlapping red cannons, cannon 3, soldier 5, and checkmate. Another example is advancing the horse and rear cannon. Red moves horse 3 to 5, delivering a checkmate. Another example involves the chariot and horse. Red uses chariot 1 to advance and deliver a checkmate. In the case of the chariot and general's face delivering a checkmate, it's chariot 5, soldier 6. Because according to the rules, the general 4 cannot be moved into the central line. When two generals face each other, whichever side's turn it is, the other side must lose. This means that with this move, red has won the game. An example of double chariot checkmate. Red moves chariot 7, forward 3, and wins the game. An example of chariot and pawn checkmate. Red moves chariot 3, soldier 4, and wins the game. An example of double pawn checkmate. Red moves pawn 3, forward 1. An example of double knight checkmate. Red moves knight 6, forward 7. Fifth, some common opening strategies. First is the central cannon formation, which means one side uses a cannon move to enter the central line, that is, cannon 2 soldier 5, or cannon 8 soldier 5. This is called the central cannon formation. When one side moves both knights inward, for example, black moves knight 8 forward 7, and knight 2 forward 3, as in this board, it is called the knight's pawn formation. The first move, when the cannon is moved all the way to the other side, is called the cross palace cannon. Another formation that starts with moving the general is called the flying general formation. Similarly, moving knight 8 forward first is called the starting knight formation. The first move, using pawn 7 or pawn 3 to advance, is called the immortal, pointing the way, formation. What is the parallel cannon? When one side places the central cannon and the other side mirrors it with the same cannon placement, it is called the parallel cannon. Conversely, using cannon 2 with pawn 5 results in the reverse cannon. This formation of red and black is called the counterbow horse, which is somewhat similar to the soldier's horse formation, where both knights jump to the inner position. But the difference is that one cannon has moved into the center. This formation, for both red and black, is called the single raised horse. This means one knight jumps inside, while the other moves to the outer edge. This video concludes here. See you in the next video with the topic of solving some interesting chess positions.